The academic equivalent of a full-scale battle has broken out at the U.S. Naval Academy at Annapolis. The man who started this war over words is a tenured English professor who says that far too many of the midshipmen and midshipwomen are not academically up to stuff. That in an effort to make the academy look more like the country, or perhaps win a few more football games, standards have been unacceptably lowered. He also says a lot of people privately agree with him. A story you'll only see here on CNN from our senior Pentagon correspondent, Jamie McIntyre.
According to one outspoken Academy professor, half of the brigade of midshipmen got into Annapolis through set-asides. Lower standards for star athletes, racial minorities, or sailors who've shown potential. Weaker academics means weaker officers, he says, officers who may one day have their finger on the button or the trigger.
The fundamental flaw in his argument was that weaker academics make weaker officers, but academics isn't the definition of a good officer.
As part of a regular feature called Nobody Asked Me, but Annapolis English professor Bruce Fleming wrote in last month's Proceedings magazine, the Academy can do better. Set-asides, he wrote, slow class discussions and take seats that better applicants could have filled.
So what were you thinking when you wrote this?
Well, my concern is for the well-being of the Navy and Marine Corps.
What kind of reaction are you getting from the students?
Well, a number of them have come in to tell me that I'm saying things they're not allowed to say and bully for me, and they're really glad that I did it. And a number of them are either writing or saying that they don't agree and want to let me know that too.
And isn't that what campus dialogue is supposed to be about?
At some level, I couldn't be happier.
The Academy superintendent, the equivalent of the school's president, fired off an angry memo to Fleming. I would have expected a faculty member with almost 18 years here to exercise better judgment, wrote Rear Admiral Rodney Rempt. Your action has served to needlessly criticize the Academy, our admissions board, and every midshipman. But Admiral Rempt can't fire a tenured professor just for speaking out.
Is Professor Fleming in any trouble?
No, not at all.
The Naval Academy disputes the idea that it has lower standards for some applicants and insists its whole-person admissions policy looks at far more than just academics.
And the Academy insists there are no quotas or racial preferences to achieve diversity.
We're looking for people who certainly have academic smarts, but also have the physical toughness and the determination and the basic leadership skills.
Xochitl Piedra is a Mexican-American and a standout on the women's soccer team. Just because she needed some extra help to get through engineering, Academy officials argued, doesn't mean she won't excel as a leader.
I think I'll be able to take care of my people, which is one of the most important things about being an officer.
While the midshipmen provided to CNN for interviews all supported the official view, Professor Fleming said his emails were split 50-50. One student wrote, the only reason that anybody would be opposed to your article would be if they recognized its truth and were threatened by it. But another argued the last thing the fleet needs is 4,000 straight-A students. And some cited examples of poor students who went on to succeed. Senator John McCain graduated from Annapolis in 1958, fifth in his class, fifth from the bottom. Jamie McIntyre, CNN, Annapolis.